Good morning again. It just feels good to get up, have a cup of coffee. And just come in here and listen to the sounds of the shuffle. By this point, the shuffle almost sounds like an ocean to me. You know, that soothing sound that you hear just kind of reminds me to take a breath. So I'm already in here about 15 minutes before I start this thing, just to relax a little bit. Because it's a much better way to start the day than what I used to do. Getting up with like 15 minutes before I have to leave out the door. Read the morning news. 3 cups of coffee and blood pressure all raised. At least this reminds me to just stop and take a breath. So, let's see what the universe has to say for today. So I'm going to divide my stack up into 3. Each one of these is a thread going out to the universe. Each one will end up as a different conversation. So this morning I'm going to take the bottom stack. Let's see what's going to start this week. Let's see what's underneath it all. So I'm going to do my 3 and 1. Okay. So we're starting out with the Hangman today. Okay. Followed by the 4 of Swords. So that's interesting. Followed by the Knight of Swords. So the 4 of Swords is, you know, 4s are about stability. 4s are about finding that solid ground. And so with the swords being more about mental, more about thought, it's about slowing down. It's about having that chance to just let yourself go, to meditate, to find a quiet place, to enjoy that calm, to be able to reflect. And it's interesting because we have the Hangman. And the Hangman traditionally is about sacrifice and acceptance, patience. It's about just stopping. He's hanging there. Where's he going to go? So, considering this is the major, this is saying that it's important to just accept the calmness, accept the stillness. And the 4 is saying, take advantage of it right now. Because we are mentally preparing ourselves for a lot of activity that's coming up. And the Knight of Swords is all about that, jumping into whatever this is that we need to do. It's about that mental energy. It's about throwing yourself completely into something. Sometimes you may not even know exactly what all the details are. You know, it could be a project that you're thrown into, or it could be something in the household that says, all right, it's time to buckle down and we've got to get this done. It's something that you want to get done. It's a really strong mental activity. You know, a lot of times the court cards can be people, and this would be somebody who, again, that you could go to who's excited to just jump into something. Okay, so let's take a look at the advice card, which is the Two of Wands. Two of Wands are about beginnings. The Two of Wands, when you come up to the twos, it means there's choices to be made, that an answer hasn't been solidified. You have choices, you've got this project, you've got an activity, something that you could either choose to do A or B, but you're not forced onto a path. So what this is saying is that take a look at what needs to be done. You know, and again, the Hangman can be about acceptance. It can be about sacrifice, taking that pause, taking that moment, not letting yourself just run rampant. I mean, the Knight of Swords is all about getting to that starting line and just waiting for that gun to shoot, and when it shoots, he's gone. But with the Hangman, it's saying, let's take the time to mentally refresh ourselves, to prepare, so that when we do jump into whatever this activity is going to be, we are not going to do it haphazardly. We're going to actually have ourselves geared up and ready, because one of the things about the Knights is that they will sometimes just react and not take a lot of thought. You know, their job is to come up with an instant decision and jump. That's what a knight is, right? It's somebody who jumps right into the action and may not even know the full picture. So that's what this is saying, is making sure that we are mentally ready, that we may not even want to take the amount of time that we may need. And that's the Hangman, is just warning us that it's like, you know, regardless of anything, take that time, get ourselves mentally prepared, so that when we spring into action like a knight on a horse, we're not just jumping into something without really thinking about it. And the Two of Wands is the advice, is saying, you know what? There's still time to make choices. You don't need to make that immediate choice right now. You still have options. So today I'm going to focus on making myself stop, letting myself get mentally prepared, so that when I need to spring into action, I realize I don't need to make an immediate decision. I still have options. So I don't need to just jump into it. So, and with that, I hope you have a really good week.